Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 10th of December 2021. Right now, I am with the 11th Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. It's Cambridge O Levels Mathematics. We normally call it Syllabus D Mathematics 4024. Today, we have set our hearts to solve it's paper 1. And today we have selected October-November 2005 paper 1. This paper has 2 hours. So the time allowed to complete this paper is 2 hours, and you are not allowed to use calculator in this paper. So let's start this paper. I will try my best to explain you all the concepts in all the questions so you can understand them. So let's start today's paper. Okay, so this is the paper we are working on. Here we go. October-November 2005, Mathematics, Syllabus D, 4024, paper 1, time allowed 2 hours. So let's start. So the question number 1 coming up on your screen, he says evaluate, A part is evaluate 10 minus 7.56, and the B part is 0.105 multiply 0.2. So we have to evaluate them. So let me show you the technique which I use to solve them. Okay, so the first part was 10 minus 7.56. You can see here, I have written 10.00 and 7.56. So I will borrow 1 from here. It will become 10. Then I borrow 1 from this number, which is 10 now. And this will become 10. So 10 minus 6, it will be 4. Here you are left with 9. 9 minus 5, that will be 4. And point, and here you are left with the 9. 9 minus 7, that will be 2.4. So 2, and the answer will be 2.44. So the question number 1A part 2.44 is the answer. In the B part, he says 0.105 into 0.2. So I will remove the decimal. 105 divided by, in the place of decimal, I will put 1. After decimal, there are 3 digits, so I will put 3 zeros downstairs. Multiply, here you have 0.2, so it will become 2 by 10. So 105 multiply 2, that's 210, divided by 1000 multiply 10, that will be 10,000. Now I will adjust the decimal because here 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, so this will 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I will move the decimal 4 steps to the left. So my final answer will be 0.0210. So the final answer is 0.021. So so that was the question number 1. So let me show you the next question. The next question is showing up on your screen. And you can say this is question number 2. He says evaluate. There are 2 questions. He says evaluate 3 whole 1 by 5 minus 2 whole 3 by 4. And the B part is 2 by 3 of a plot of land is garden. 1 by 5 of the garden is lawn. Find the fraction of the plot of land which is lawn. So let me show you how I have done this question. And here we go. So question number 2 is showing up. A part is 3 whole 1 by 5 minus 2 whole 3 by 4. So 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 1 will be 16. So 16 by 5 minus 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 by 4. I will take the LCM. There are 2 denominators, 5 and 4. Their LCM is 20. I will divide the LCM with this denominator. So I will get 4. 4 will multiply with this numerator. 4 multiplied 16 will be 64. In the same way, I will divide the LCM, which is 20, with this denominator, that is 4. So 20 divided by 4, that will be 5, and the 5 will multiply with this numerator. So you will have 55. 64 minus 55, that will be 9. So here my final answer will be 9 by 20. So my answer is 9 by 20. Question number 2, B part, he says 2 by 3 of a plot. 2 by 3 of a, let me, okay. He says that 2 by 3 of a plot of land is garden. 1 by 5 of the garden is lawn. Find the fraction of the plot of land which is lawn. So let me say that the land is X. So the garden is 2 by 3 of the X. The lawn is 1 by 5 of the garden. Because the garden is 2 by 3x, so the lawn will be 1 by 5 of the garden. So 1 by 5 of the 2 by 3 of x. So now you will have 2 by 15 of x. So it means that the lawn is x is the whole land. So the lawn is 2 by 15 of the whole land. So that was question number 2, and it's B part. Hopefully you understand. Okay, so let's move to the next question. And the next question coming up on your screen is question number 3. He says the diagram shows a fuel gauge in a car. You have fuel gauges in your car. In the dashboard, you can see that gauge. And this meter actually shows that how much petrol is in your fuel tank. So if you look at here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So here on the gauge, we have 16 equal parts. And the first question is, what fraction does the gauge shows? You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 divided by 16. 6 out of 16 parts of this gauge are showing that the fuel is present. So the fraction will be 6 by 16. The next question is the tank. The fuel tank holds 48 liters. When it is full, how many liters must be added to fill the tank? You know that 16 parts here means 48 liters. And here we have 6 parts. So what will be the meaning of the 6 parts? And then we will be able to tell that how much more fuel you need to fill that tank. So let me show you first how we are going to do this. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now we have question number 3, and you can see the first part is 6 by 16. So when you cancel it, it becomes 3 by 8. The B part is the fuel is 6 out of 16 parts, and the total fuel that tank can hold is 48 liters. So 6 by 16 means 18 liters. It means that this is showing that there are 18 liters of fuel in the tank. So how much more fuel do I need? The fuel needed will be the full capacity of the tank minus the fuel which is present. So 48 liters minus 18 liters. So you need 13 liters more fuel. So how much more liter of the fuel is needed? That's 30 liters. Hopefully you understand that how this technique is working. Okay, so let's move to the next question. And okay, so the next question is that was question number 3. Now we are going to question number 4. Here 3 numbers are given in the answer space. Write L against the largest, M against the next largest, and the S against the smallest. So here we have 3 numbers: 0.7 million, 687,000, and 804,000. Okay, so that's the A part. The B part is an amount of money is divided into 2 parts in the ratio 1:4. Find the smaller part as a percentage of the whole number. Okay, so this is question number 4. So let me show you how I have done this, and let's see. So we have question number 4 here, and you can see that the 3 numbers 0.7 million. 0.7 million means 0.7 into 10 raised to power 6. So move this decimal 1 step to this side. So the power will be decreased by 1. So you will have 7 expo 5. And then you have this number. This is 687,000. If I write it in the standard form, it will be 6.87 expo 5. I move this decimal 5 steps to the towards the left. So it will be 6.87 x power 5. Then this number 804,000. 804,000. So when I convert it into the standard form, it will be 8.04 x power 5. Now you can see that 10 raised power 5 is same in all of them. So I can find which one is the largest. The one which has this coefficient is largest, that one is the largest. So this one is largest, so I will write L here. Then out of these two, this one is the small. Okay, so I will write S here, and this one is the medium. So medium, M here. Hopefully you understand this question. And the next question is, he says, the question is, an amount of money is divided into two parts in the ratio of 1:4. Find the smaller part as a percentage of the whole amount. First of all, I will find out what is the sum of the ratio. The sum of the ratio will be 1 plus 4, that will be 5. The smaller part is 1 out of 5. So how much it will be out of 100? So 1 by 5 multiplied by 100, and that will give you 20%. So the smaller part as a percentage of the whole number will be 20%. 20%. So this was how you do the question number 4. So let's start. Let's move to the next part. So here we have question number 5 is coming up on your screen. And in the question number 5, we have, it says, the population of a country is 3.2 x power 6, and there are 8 x power 5 children. What fraction of the whole population are children? Give your answer in its simplest form. B part is find the number of adults. Give your answer in the standard form. It's a 1-1 mark question, so let me show you how I have done this. Okay, so question number 5 coming up on your screen, and here we go. So in the question number 5, you can see the population of a country is 3.2 x power 6. There are 8 x power 5 children. What fraction of the whole population are children? Give your answer in the simplest form. So I have written here the number of children divided by the total population. 8 x power 5 divided by 3.2 x power 6. So I will give 110 to this number, and it will become 32. Here you will left with 10 over 5, 10 over 5, 10 over 5 will be cancelled. You are left with 8 by 32. So when you cancel it with the table of the 8, it will be left how much? 1 by 4. 1 by 4. So that is how you do the question number 5A part. Question number 5B part. He says find the number of adults. Give your answer in the standard form. We know the total population, and we know the population of the children. So from the total population, subtract the population of the children. You will get the population of the adults. So here you can see I have written here that 3.2 x power 6 minus 8 x power 5. So I will give 110 to this number, so it will become 32. In other words, I will move this decimal here. The power will decrease by 1. So you have 32 into 10 power 5 minus 8 into 10 power 5. I can take 10 raised power 5 common from both the terms. You are left inside the bracket with 32 minus 8 into 10 raised power 5. 32 minus 8 is 24 into 10 power 5. So this decimal move one step to the left. And so you will have 2.4 x power 6. 2.4 x power 6. So this much are the adults. Hopefully you understand this is question number 5. The first 5 terms of a sequence are 1, 3, 6, 10, and 15. The nth term of this sequence is 1 by 2 into n into bracket 1, n plus 1 bracket close. He says find the 19th term. This question, this part is very simple. Only you have to do in the place of n in this general formula, put 19, and you will be able to find the 19th term. So it's a very simple question. Let me show you. Here we go. Okay, so if you want to find out the 19th term, this is the general formula given. So the term 19th will be equals to 1 by 2 in the place of, and I will put 19. So here you will have 1 by 2 into 19 plus 1. And if the 1 by 2 into 19 into 20, so 2 and 10, 20 will be cancelled. You will have 10 here. So 10 multiplied 19 will be 190. So the 19th term will be 190. The 19th term will be 190. Then the B part is, he says, write down an expression in the terms of n for the nth term of the sequence. The sequence is 3, 6, 10, 15, and 21, and so on. So let me show you how I do this and what is the technique of doing this. So there are two methods of finding the nth term in this sequence, and let me explain you both the procedures. Okay, here the sequence which is given us is 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. So find the difference between the terms. So we call this first difference. So the first difference here is 3, the first difference here is 4, the first difference here is, that's the 6, the difference here is 3, the difference here is 4, the difference here is 5, the difference here is 6. You can see the difference is not common here. Each two consecutive terms has a different difference. Then I will find the second difference. This difference, 3 and 4 difference. So what's the difference between them? That's 1. 4 and 5. So what's the difference between them? That's 1. 5 and 6. The difference between them is 1. So here I know that the difference, this is called the second difference. If you are trying to find out the nth term of a sequence, and you see that the second difference is same. The second difference is same number. So that means that it's a quadratic sequence. So what we will do, whatever is the second difference in our rough work, I will note down, I will write n square divided by 2. So I will write, I will take this number, what's the second difference, and I will divide it with the 2, and I will write it with n square. So you can see here in my rough work, I have noted down 1 by 2 into n square, 1 by 2 into n square. Then I will write this original sequence again, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. And I will take just this term. I will take just this term. I will take just this term, only this term, okay? I will take only this term and I will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the place of n. So for example, I put 1 in the place of n. So I will get 1 by 2. When I put 2, I get 2. When I put 3 in the place of n in this term, I get 9 by 2. When I put 4 here, I get 8. And when I put 5 here, I get 25 by 2. So then I will subtract these two. You will have 2 whole 1 by 2. Here you will have 4. Here you will have 11 by 2. Here you will have 7. Here the difference between them will be 17 by 2. Now find the difference between these every consecutive term. You will see the difference here is 3 by 2. The difference here is 3 by 2. The difference here is again 3 by 2. The difference here is 3 by 2. You can see that now the difference is same. So I can find the nth term of this sequence now. I will find the nth term of this sequence, and because a certain number is being added here, so I can find the difference. I can find the nth term of this sequence, and a plus b bracket n minus 1. This is the formula we use to find the nth term. So first term is 5 by 2. This is 5 by 2 plus the difference is 3 by 2 into n minus 1. So you will have 5 by 2 plus 3n by 2 and 3n by 2 minus 3 by 2. So this is how you do this. And I will write this. I will write this with in my rough work with where I have written 1n squared by 2. So you will have when you simplify 5 by 2 and 3 by 2, it becomes 1. So you have 1 plus 3n. So I will write this in my rough work. So you will have answer 3n by 2 plus 1. So the whole answer will be n squared by 2 plus 3n by 2 plus 1. So this was a sequence, and let me show you another way. And you see that it still continues. N squared by 2 plus 3n by 2 plus 1. I can take 1 by 2 common. When I take 1 by 2 common, So n square plus 3n plus 2. So this can be midterm breaking can be done here. So 1 by 2 into n square plus 2n plus n plus 2. From these two, you can see that n can be taken as common. So you will have n plus 2 plus here plus 1 is common, so n plus 2. So you will have 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into I can say n plus 2 into n plus 1. So this is how you will find the nth term of that sequence. This is one of the methods. Now the other method is very simple. You can see this is the second method of finding the nth term of that sequence. There are two sequences given. The first sequence was 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, and its nth term was given, and that was 1 by 2 into n plus 1. Now the second sequence is 3, 6. The second sequence is this one. The second sequence is 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. And let me check what's the difference between them. This is 1 plus 2 will be 3. This is 3 plus 3 will be 6. 6 plus 4 will be 10. 10 plus 5 will be 15. And 15 plus 6 will be 21. So you can see that these are the sequence number 1 members, and these are the sequence number 2 members. And I can find out the nth term of this sequence 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will have a plus d bracket n minus 1. A is the first term, which is 2, plus the difference between these members is only 1. So you will have 1 into n minus 1. So you will have 2 plus n minus 1. So you will have n plus 1. Now, because the nth formula of this upper sequence is 1 by 2 into n plus 1. So I will, and these numbers are to be added. So their nth formula is n plus 1. So you can see that n plus 1 bracket can be taken common here. So in the denominator or the LCM, you will when you take n plus 1 bracket common, you are left with 1 by 2 n plus 1. So when I take the LCM, I will take the LCM of these two. So it will become n plus 1 outside. Inside you will have n plus 2, the whole thing divided by 2. And then you can rearrange it. 1 by 2 can be written on the side. So you will have 1 by 2 into n plus 1 into n plus 2. So this is the second method by which you can find the nth term of that sequence. And the strategy was very simple. This was the first sequence whose nth term we know. This is the second sequence. And we just created a relationship between two. We saw that here 2 is added, here 3 is added, here 4 is added, here 5 is added, here 6 is added. So by using this, I found the nth term for this sequence. So this was the question number, I think question number 6. And let's move to the next question. The next question is question number. The next question is question number. Okay. The question number 7. A cuboid is shown in the diagram. The volume of the cuboid is 90,000 centimeter cube. Find the height of the cuboid. Here you can see the length is given, the width is given. We want to find out the height, and the volume is already given. Okay, so you know that the volume is length multiply width multiply height, and height is basically here question, and it's a 2-mark question. So let me apply the formula of the volume. Question number 7. A cuboid is shown in the diagram. The volume of the cuboid is 90,000 centimeter cube. Find the height of the cuboid. We know the length, we know the width, we know the volume it can hold, and very easily we can find out the height. So 90,000 is equals to 60 multiply 50 multiply height. So the height will be 90,000 divided by 3,000. So the final answer will be 30. So the height of the cuboid is 30. Okay, so the next question. It's a 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark question. So let me reduce the size so you can see the whole thing. The question is something like this. He says in the diagram, BCD is a straight line. AD is equals to AD and the AC, they both are equal. DAC is 34 and the ABC is 42. Fine. The first question is, what is the value of the ADC angle? So they want me to find out this angle, ADC. They want ADC. This is that angle. If you look at this ADC triangle, is an isosceles triangle. So both the angle at the D and the C, they will be equal. So if you, this is alpha, this will be also alpha. So you will have alpha plus 34 equals to 180. So from there, you can find the value of the alpha, which will be equal to the ADC. In the same way, they are asking for BAC angle, and then they are asking for the reflex angle APC. So let me show you how. So if you want to find out the ADC angle, so this is an isosceles triangle. Suppose this is alpha, this will be also alpha because these sides are equal to each other. It's an isosceles triangle. So the angles on both the sides, both the corners, vertices will be same. This one is 34. So you will have alpha plus 34 equals to 180. So you will have 2 alpha equals to 180 minus 34. So 2 alpha is equals to 146, and alpha will be equals to 146 divided by 2, and so the alpha will be 73. So ADC angle, ADC angle, and that will be also alpha, so that will be 73. So that will be 73. Okay, the next part is the question number 8, and its B part. Their question is find out the BAC. BAC is this angle. BAC is this angle. So BAC is question. So because alpha plus alpha, because these two alphas when they added, they are making a 90-degree angle. So I said 90 degrees. This is they are making a straight line. So their sum will be 180. So I am calling this angle as gamma and this is as alpha. So alpha plus gamma will be equals to 180. It's a straight line. And so alpha I know, alpha I already know that is 73. In the previous part we calculated. So plus gamma is equals to 180. So gamma will be equals to 180 minus 73. So it will be 107. So the gamma is 107. So if you want to find out, the basic question is BAC. BAC is this angle. Once I know this alpha and this angle 42, we can easily find out this angle. And so the BAC will be equals to 180 minus 107 minus 42. And that will be 31. So the BAC angle is 31. Then they say find the reflex angle ABC. They want us to find out the reflex angle ABC. ABC. So this is the that's 42, and if you want to find out the reflex angle, that is the angle outside here. So the outside angle, the angle will be reflex angle ABC. You see, we want to find out this outside angle. If this is 42 from 360, subtract this 42, you will get this outside angle. That will be 318. So the ABC reflex angle will be 318. So we are done with this. Okay. Okay. So we are going to the next question, and the next question will be question number 9. Okay, it says which of the graphs shown above could be the graph of. Here he says y is equals to x cubed. Just try to understand what I'm saying. Here it says y is equals to x cubed. So if you put in the place of x positive numbers, the value of the graph will be positive, and if you put negative numbers, then the value of the graph will be negative. At 0, the y value will be also 0. So I think this is the choice. Question number, figure number 6. Okay, so figure number 6 will be the answer. Then this question, y is equals to 1 by 2 x squared. So basically y is kind of inversely proportional to the square x squared. So the graph should be at 0, it will give you y will be infinite. If here in this formula, in the place of x, if you put 0, and the value of the y will become infinite. Okay. So if you put positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 5, the graph will also become positive. And if you put negative values here, the values of the x negative, even then the graph will be positive. The reason is the graph is 1 by x squared. So whatever the value of the x you will introduce, it will automatically be square. So there will be nothing. Because of the negative numbers, the graph will not go down. So I think that the best option here will be the B figure. Okay, the figure B. Then we have the next question, that is y equals to x minus 1. So the gradient is 1. This one has the gradient. Here the gradient, this is y equals to x minus 1. So this x, the coefficient of x is representing the gradient. The gradient is 1 and the y-intercept is minus 1. So this graph, whose equation is this, the gradient will be 1 because I know this from this equation. And the gradient will be 1 and the y-intercept will be minus 1. So we are looking for a line whose gradient is 1 and its y-intercept is minus 1. So I think this figure 2 is the best answer. So that is question number so question number 9. So the question number 9 is showing up on your screen. So y equals to x cube is this graph, the graph of the cube. So the figure number 6 will come in front of the A part. And y equals to 1 by x squared. This graph, when the value of the x is 0, will be infinite. From the negative number, the y will be positive. From the positive number, the graph will be positive. So I think figure number 4 is the right answer. So here we write figure number 4. And then you have a equation of a line that is y equals to x minus 1. So the coefficient of the x is 1 and the variable is, and the y-intercept is also minus 1. So this is that equation, I think figure number 2. So here you can see we have written figure number 2. So my dear students, this is how you will do the question number. This is how the question is done. So we have the question number 10, and the question number 10 is three of the angles of a quadrilateral are each 95 degree, and find the fourth angle. You see, if you have a quadrilateral, the quadrilaterals are those who has four legs, and he says there are three angles, internal angles, each of them is 95 degree. So 95, 95, 95, and the fourth angle we have to find out. So because this is you see, it's a four-sided figure, so we can add up all the sides. So you have 95 plus 95 plus 95 plus alpha, and that will be equals to 360. So you will have 285 plus alpha equals to 360. So the alpha will be 360 minus 285. So alpha will be 75 degree. So this is how you will do question number 10, and it's A part. Then he says question number 10 and it's B part. He says each interior angle of a regular polygon is 165. How many sides has the polygon? Okay, so we are talking about the question number 10 and it's B part. He says internal angle is given. So if you know the internal angle, so that's 180 bracket 10 minus 2 divided by n. So you will have in the internal angle will be 60. Internal angle will be 165 and 180n minus 360 divided by n. So 165n. So 165n equals to 180n minus 360. So this will be minus 15 and n equals to minus 360. Negative will be cancelled. So you will have n equals to 360 divided by 15. And you can see that so here 165 n is equal to 180 n minus 360. So you will have minus 15 n equals to minus 360. So the negative will be cancelled. So you will have n equals to 360 divided by 15. So the n will be 24. So the number of sides in that polygon are 24. The number of sides in that polygon are 24. So the next question is coming up on your screen, and that is question number 11. It says factorize fully. That's question number 11. The first statement given is 5x squared minus 10x. Then the B part, it says solve 3y plus 6 equals to 7y minus 10. And the C part is the 3b bracket b plus 2 bracket close equals to 0. So it's a question, and basically there are three questions in this exercise. Okay, so let's start. Question number 11. Okay. So question number 11 coming up on your screen. Here we go. He says factorize fully 5x squared minus 10x. So you can see here. So I will have 5x squared minus 10x. So 5x is common. So you will have 5x outside, and in the bracket you will have x minus 2 bracket close. So this is how this is factorized. In the question 11 and B part, it says 3y plus 6 equals to 7y minus 10. So you will have 3y minus 7y equals to minus 10 minus 6. So you will have minus 4y equals to minus 16, and y will be equals to negative cancel. So the y will be equals to 16 by 4, and y will be equals to 4. So the C part is solve 3p bracket p plus 2 bracket close is equal to 0. So when these two brackets, they are multiplying with each other and the answer is 0, it means either the first is 0 or the second is 0. So I will make the first one 0, 3p equals to 0. So p will be equal to 0 divided by 3, that is 0. In the second part, you see the p plus 2 bracket, that is also equal to 0. So I will make p plus 2 equal to 0. So p will be equals to minus 2. So this is how the question number 11 is done. Hopefully you understand. Okay, so let's go. Okay, my dear students, now we are on the question number 12. We are done with the question number 11. And I hope you have done this. And let's go to the question number 12. He says the diagram AD is parallel to the DC. Here you have the AD, which is parallel to the DC. And he says that the ACB angle and the CDA angle, this angle, whose name is ACB, this angle and this angle, they both are equal to each other. He says, explain why the triangle ABC and the triangle CAD are similar. So we have to prove that this triangle and this triangle is similar. So before I show you that how I have done this, let me show you another very important trick, and let me show you. So here this angle and this angle, they are equal because it's given in the statement of the question. And you know this angle, let me call it, this is alpha, this is alpha, let me call this angle as beta, and this angle, they are alternate to each other because these are parallel lines. So this angle and this angle, they will be equal to each other because they are alternate to each other, alternate angles. So if this is beta, this is also beta. So in these two triangles, two angles, alpha and alpha, beta and beta. So two angles are same. So if you are comparing two triangles and two angles are same, then the third angle will be obviously same in them. So we can say that these are equiangular triangles. Their angles are same. So when if you're comparing two triangles and their angles are same, those two triangles will be similar to each other. So let me show you how I have done this. And okay, so question number 12, and it's question number 12, and it's A part. So this angle and this angle is same. This was given in the question. Let me call this angle as beta, and this angle will be same. This will be also beta. The reason is they are alternate to each other. So here, let me show you how I have written this answer. The angle ADC and angle BCA, they both are equal. Let me call them both are equal to alpha, and that is given in the question. Angle DCA is equals to the angle CAB, and both of them are beta. So that's the reason. The reason is they are alternate angles. So the triangle ADC is similar to the triangle ABC. Sorry, they are similar to the triangle BCA because they are equiangular triangles. If you are comparing two triangles and their two angles are same, then the third one will be obviously same. And so we say that they are equiangular and they will be similar. So this is how you will do question number 12, and it's A part. In the question number 12B part, he says, given that the AB is 4 centimeter and the BC is 7 centimeter and AC is 6 centimeter and CD is 9 centimeter. The question is calculate the value of the AD. Calculate the value of the AD. Okay, so because the triangles are similar, so I can write the ratio of their sides AB divided by CA. BC, that equals to BC divided by AD. And AC equals to AC divided by CD. So I know the value of the AB, that is 4. I know the value of the CA or AC, that is 6. I know the value of the BC, that is 7, and I want to find out the value of the AD. So I will take the AD to this side. So you will have AD equal to 7 into 6 divided by 4. And this will be 2 3s are, 2 2s are, so 3 7s are 21, 21 divided by 2. And that will be equals to 10 whole 1 by 2. So the AD is 10 whole 1 by 2. So this is question number 12. Hopefully you understand that how this question is done. Okay, so let's go to the paper again. So that was question number 12. Hopefully you understand that how we have done this. So that was question number 11, and we are done with this. And this is question number 12. So let me show you first of all how the question number 11, hopefully, I just got doubt that if we have done question number 11, and yeah, here you are supposed to factorize. I hope you understand this is how this is factorized. And in the B part, you see we brought the y terms on the same side, and I found the value of the y. Here, the two things are multiplying. Their answer is 0. Either this is 0 or this is 0. We make them 0, and from there we find the value of the b. So that was question number 11, and this was question number 13 now coming up on your screen. So let me show you the original question. Question number 13 is coming up on your screen. Okay. So question number 13 is showing up on the screen. He says, on the Venn diagram in the answer space, shade the region A union B complement. A union B complement. B complement means out of B. You have to remain out of the B. So out of the B will be this whole area, which is outside the B, the whole area outside the B. And you have to take the union with A. Union with A. So the A with the whole A will be shaded, and all the area outside the B will be shaded. Let me show you my work. So here we go. This is our shading is done. The whole A will be shaded because here we have union with A. So the whole A will be shaded, plus the whole thing which is outside the B will be shaded. So you can see with the dots I have shown that which area will be shaded. Hopefully you understand. And then the next part is, let me show you from here. So the B part of the question number 13, he says, universal set is all polygons, Q is all quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral means all the polygons which have 4 sides. R is all regular polygons. Their question is, what is the special name of the polygons which belongs to Q intersection R? So Q intersection R means will be such quadrilaterals who are regular. The regular polygons or regular quadrilateral means those polygons, those quadrilaterals who have 4 sides and they are regular. Regular means all their sides are equal and all their internal angles will also be equal. So 4-sided figure whose all sides are equal and all internal angles are equal is square. So here the special name which belongs from the Q intersection R will be square. The P part is on the Venn diagram in the answer space. Show the set which is T, and T is all equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangles, you know, equilateral triangles are the are the triangles which have all their sides equal. Equilateral triangles are those triangles all sides are equal. The 3 sides are equal. So they will be inside the regular polygons, because in the regular polygons, all the sides are equal. So equilateral triangles, all the sides are equal. So they will be, how you will make them, they will be in the form of a circle here inside the this R circle. So this is how you will do this. And so question number 13, and it's B part, and all the equilateral triangles, they are regular. And I told you regular means that all the three sides will be equal. So I will draw the circle of equilateral triangle inside the R circle, and it will not be overlapping with the Q. The reason is Q are the quadrilaterals who are four-sided figures, but the triangles are three-sided figures, but they will be inside the R circle because R is representing the regular polygons. So this is how you do the question number 13, and it's B part. Hopefully you understand. So let's move to the next part, and here we go. So that was the question number 13. Hopefully you understand how we have done this. So here we go. Question number 14. In the diagram, the unshaded region R is defined by three inequalities. Two of these are. So let me first of all talk about this line. And in this line, you can see y is less than or equals to 2x plus 2. So this is a line whose gradient is 2, which is positive, and its y-intercept is 2. So we have to recognize that which line out of these three lines this is. This line is basically a line whose y-intercept is 2 and whose gradient is positive. So this is that line. Okay, so this is that line. And so now what is this line? It's a line whose gradient is -1 and its y-intercept is 5. So they are talking about this line. Okay, they are talking about this line. So you see, from equation, I am able to connect the graph with that equation by concentrating on the gradient and the y-intercept. Now he wants you to find, so this third line is left. So he says, write down the third inequality. So first of all, I will find out the equation of this line. So I can take 2 points on this line, this third line. One point is 0, 0. I can take this point, and I can take any other points. For example, I can take this point. This is 4, 2. By using these 2 points, I will find the equation of this line, and then I will write the inequality. First of all, I will find the equation of this line, then I will write the inequality. So let me show you, this is question number 14 and it's A part. So let me show you how I have done this. So here we go. So I have taken 2 points. One is 0, 0 on this line and the other one is 4, 2. First of all, I will find the gradient of this line. This line, we're talking about this line. So the gradient is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we will have 2 minus 0 divided by 4 minus 0. It will be 2 by 4. It will be 1 by 2. So I can find the equation. I can find the equation of this line by using this formula, which is y minus y1 equals to m bracket x minus x1. So in the place of x1 and y1, I will put this point, and in the place of m, I will substitute 1 by 2. So we will have y minus 0 equals to 1 by 2 into x minus 0. So this 2 will go on the other side. So you will have 2y equals to x. Because this required area is above this line. The required area is above this line. So the crocodile's mouth will be towards positive y. So this is the inequality, that will be 2y greater than and equals to x. So this is how you will do this. This is question number 14, A part. Then we have question number 14 and it's B part. It says find the integer values of x which satisfy the following. So let me show you the original question so it becomes more clear. So this is the B part. We are done with the A part. The B part is find the integer values of x which satisfy the following. That is 4 less than and equals to 2x plus 13 less than 9. So I will solve first of all this portion, and then I will solve this portion, and then I will represent both the solutions on the number line, and then we will see what is the overlapping portion in their solutions, and from there I will select what are the integers. So let me show you. It's a 2-mark question, so we are talking about this question. Okay, so let me show you my solution, and so here we go. So first of all, I will write 4 less than equals to 2x plus 13. So 4 minus 13 less than and equals to 2x, and you will have minus 9 less than equals to 2x. So 2 will go on the other side, it will divide. So you will have minus 4.5 less than and equals to x. Or in other words, you can see that the x is equals to and greater than minus 4.5. Then I will take this second portion, 2x plus 13 less than 9. 2x is less than 9 minus 13. And then you will have 2x is less than minus 4. This 2 will go on the other side, it will divide. So you will have x less than minus 2. Minus 4 divided by 2, that will give you minus 2. So then I will try to represent these two solutions on the number line. So this one says that the value of the x is equals to and greater than minus 4.5. So here you can see 4.5 minus 4.5. This is equals to minus 4.5 and greater than this. So this is how you represent it on the number line. And this is x is less than minus 2. So I put a circle here, but we will not shade it. So x is less than minus 2. So it will be like this. So the overlapping portion between these two is this portion. And in this portion, the integers are minus 4, minus 3. So the integers are minus 4 and minus 3. So this is how you will do question number 14. Hopefully you understand. Okay. So the next question coming up on your screen is question number 15. Here a matrix A is given, which is a single row and 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, and we have a matrix B, which is there are 3 rows and 2 columns, 2, 0, 1, 4, minus 1, minus 3. A matrix C, it has 3 rows and 2 columns, and 2, minus 1, 2, 2, minus 1, 0. The first question is find B minus C. It's a 2-mark question, a very simple and a straightforward question. B minus C. So let me show you how this is done. B minus C. And here we go. So we have B minus C. Okay. So B minus C will be, here you have entered the matrix B. Here we have the matrix C. And from the corresponding elements will be subtracted. So you will have 2 minus 2, it will be 0, 0 minus minus 1, it will be plus 1, 1 minus 2, it will be minus 1, 4 minus 2, it will be 2, minus 1 minus minus 1, it will be 0, minus 3, minus 0, it will be minus 3. So this is how you will do the A part. The B part is find out A, B. A, B means A multiply with the B. So the matrix A is 1, 2, 3. Matrix B is 2, 0, 1, 4, minus 1, minus 3. So from here, I will take the row, and from here, I will take the column, and I will multiply them. So 1 multiply 2, that will be 2, plus 2 multiply 1, that will be 2, 3 multiply minus 1, that will be minus 3. Now the first row will multiply with the second column, so the answer will come on this location. So 1 multiply 0 will be 0, 2 multiply 4 will be 8, 3 multiply minus 3 will be minus 9. So 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 minus 3 will be 1, 0 plus 8 is 8, 8 minus 9 will be minus 1. So your answer will be 1 minus 1. So this is question number 15. I hope you understand that how this is done. Okay, so that was the question number 15. We are done with this, a 4-mark question. So let's go to the next question. The next question is question number 16, and it says the question 16 is showing up on your screen, and you can see it's a 1, 1, 1. It's a 4-mark question, and it says it is given that f of x is the question on functions. F of x is equal to 3x minus 1. A part is find the f of minus 4. f of minus 4 means that in that formula, in the place of x, substitute minus 4 and find out what is the value of that formula. And then he says the value of the t, given that f of t equals to 10, and then he says find f inverse of x, and then he says what will be the value of the f inverse of 4. So let me show you how we do this question, and that's question number 16. Okay, so let's. Okay, so in the A part we have to find out f of minus 4. It means that this means that in that formula, in the place of a variable, put minus 4. So that formula is 3x minus 5. So 3 into minus 4 minus 5 minus 12 minus 5, and it will be minus 17. The B part is find the value of the t when the f of t is equal to 10. F of t equals to 10, it means in the variable put 3 in the place of that variable t, in the place of the variable. So we will have 3t minus 5, and it says it will be equals to 10. So 3t will be equals to 10 plus 5. 3t will be equals to 3t will be equals to 15. T will be equals to 15 divided by 3, and t will be equals to 5. So this is how this is done. And the C part is now he says find the f inverse of x. So what you will do, you will suppose let f of x equals to y. So in the place of f of x, I will put the formula, that is 3x minus 5 equals to y. So 3x will be equals to y plus 5, x will be equals to y plus 5 divided by 3. In the place of x, you see we can put f inverse of y. So f inverse of y will be equal to y plus 5 divided by 3. So I will change the variable. So we will have f inverse of x equals to x plus 5 divided by 3. So this is how you find the inverse of a function. Hopefully you understand this. Then the D part is they say f inverse of 4 in the inverse formula. In the place of x, I will substitute 4. So this is the inverse formula. So if you want to find out f inverse of 4, in this formula, in the place of x, I will put 4. So you will have 4 plus 5 divided by 3. So it will be 9 by 3, which will be 3. So this is how you will do question number 16. And let's go. Let's go to the next question. So that was the question number 16, and it was a 4-mark question. Okay, so here we have, it's also a 4-mark question. Question number 17, he says, a rectangular tabletop is 10 centimeter long and 75 centimeter wide. Both lengths are correct to nearest 5 centimeter. These lengths are correct to 5 centimeter. So what I will do in my rough work, I will write 5 centimeter divided by 2, and that will give me 2.5 centimeter. With it, I will write plus minus, and it says find the least possible perimeter of the table. So let me show you how this is done. And this is question number 17, and it's A part. Okay, so question number 17, A part. Here you see the length is given, that is 10 centimeter, 100 centimeter, and it is correct to 5 centimeters. So 5 centimeter divided by 2, that will be 2.5 centimeter. So 100 centimeter is the length, add 2.5 in it, so you will get 102.5 centimeter. That is the upper bound of the length. And from 100, if you subtract 2.5, you get 97.5 centimeter, and that is the lower bound of the length. The width is given 75 centimeter, and add 2.5 in it, and you get 77.5 centimeter. That's the upper bound. And from 75, if you subtract 2.5, you get 72.5 centimeter. Then this is the lower bound of the width. Their question is find the parameter, the least possible parameter, which means find the least value of the parameter. You know, the formula for the parameter is 2 multiply length plus width. So, but because you want the least value of the parameter, so the lower bound of length and the lower bound of the width should be used in this formula. So you can see here we have used the lower bound of the length and lower bound of the width. And when you add them, you get 170, you multiply with the 2, you get 340 centimeter. So the least value of the parameter will be 340 centimeter. So the question number 17, and it's B part. The area of a rectangular room is 22 meters square. correct to the nearest square meter. The width is 3 meter, correct to the nearest meter. Find the greatest possible length of the room. Okay, so now the area is given, that's 22 meters square, and that is correct to 1 square meter. So divide 1 square meter with the 2, you get 0.5 square meter. So add this value 0.5 into the measurement of the area, you get the upper bound. And so 22.5 will be the upper bound of the area. The lower bound of the area, 22 minus 0.5 meters square, and you get 21.5 meters square. So you see upper bound of the area, the lower bound of the area. Then the width is given, that is 3 meter, and that is correct to the nearest meter, which means 1 meter. You divide 1 meter with the 2, you get 0.5 meter. So in the 3 meter, if you add 0.5 meter, you get 3.5 meter, and that's the upper bound of the width. And if you want to find the lower bound of the width, you subtract 0.5 meter from the 3 meter, you get 2.5 meters. So now you have the upper and the lower bound of the width. 3.5 meter is the upper bound, and 2.5 meter is the lower bound. He says find the greatest possible length of the room. You know the area is equals to width multiply length, or length multiply width. If you want to find the length, that will be equals to area divided by width. Because you want the greatest possible length of the room, so the area should be greatest and the width should be smallest, because it's a division, and then you will get the length. You have to divide the area with the width, and you want the greatest value of the length. So the numerator should be greatest and the denominator should be lowest. So I will take the upper bound of the area and the lower bound of the width. So 22.5 divided by 2.5, so it will be 225 divided by 25 multiply 10 divided by 10. When I remove this decimal, I put a 10 upstairs. When I remove this decimal here, I put a 10 downstairs. This 10 and 10 has gone. 25 ones are 25 nines are 225. So the length will be 9 meters. So the greatest possible length of the room will be 9 meters. This is how you do the question number 17. Okay, so this was the question number 17 showing up on your screen. It was a 2 marks. It was total marks are 4. Okay, so now again we have question number 18. He says that the number 3002.05 can be written as 3 expo 3 plus 2 expo x plus 5 expo y. Given that the x and y are the integers, find the values of the x. You see the place values. That 3 here is basically 3000. So this is 10 raised to power 3. And 2 here is basically a unit. So this is basically 2 multiply 1. So 10 raised to power x should be equals to 1, 10 raised to power. So the x value should be 0. So then it will become 1. And this is 0.0. This place value here is 0.01. So this number should be 5 into 10 to the minus 2. So the y value should be minus 2. Let me show you how I have done this. I have done this on a paper. So directly I have shown here the x value will be 0 and the y value should be minus 2. Because this is the place value of this place is 0.01. And the place value of this is unit. So the x should be 0 and the y should be minus 2. Okay, then we have the next part. Okay, so here we go. The B part of the question number 18. He says, a bank exchanged Japanese yen and Singapore dollars at a rate of 66 yen equals to $1. Calculate in yen the amount received for $200, and the second part is calculate in dollars the amount received for 33,000 yen. A very simple and a straightforward question. Let me show you how I do this question. This is the technique which we use, and okay, so it's fine. Okay, so the technique which we will be using is this one. So in the first part, yen and dollar, $1, 66 yens, $200, how many yen? This is the ratio proportion method. So 66 divided by x will be equals to 1 divided by 200 cross multiply. So you will have x equals to 13200. So this much yen you will get, 13,200 yens you will receive for $200. The B part, he says the exchange rate is still the same, 66 yens, $1. Their question is, if they have exchanged 33,000 yens, how many dollars they will get? Dollars I'm representing with the S. So 66 divided by 33,000 equals to 1 by S. So 66x equals to 33,000, and S will be equal to 66,000 divided by 66. So cut them with the 11. So you will have 3,000 divided by 6 and 500. So you will get $500. So this is how you do the question number 18. The for 33,000 yen, you will get $500. So this is how the question number 18 is done. So let's go to the next question. So question number 19 here, a cumulative graph is shown. So he says the diagram above is the cumulative frequency curve for the heights of 400 plants which were grown in the field A. So field A, the height of the plants is shown on the x-axis, 10 and centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 40 centimeters, 50 centimeter. And here the cumulative frequency is shown. And the maximum cumulative frequency here is 400. He says use the graph to find the number of plants that grew to a height of more than 30. More than 30, more than 30. So from here you will go to the graph, and from here you will check how many plants, and you have to tell how many those who grow more than 30. So whatever the number you get here, you subtract it from 400, you get this, the plants which have grown more than 30 centimeters. So let me show you how I have done this. Okay. So you can see here from 30 I went to here, and from here I went here. So it is something like 180, I think. Yeah, it's 180. So from 400 I will subtract 180. So you can see 400 minus 180, 220. So the number of plants who have grown more than 30 centimeter will be 220. The next question they are asking is the interquartile range. If you want to find out the interquartile range, you see this is 400, and Q3 means 75% of the cumulative frequency. So total cumulative frequency is 400. So 75% of the 400 will be 300. So from this graph, I will check 300. From here, I will come to the graph, and under this, the value of the x, that will be the Q3. So this value is something like 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 36. So the Q3 value will be 36. The Q1 value, that will be 25% of the total cumulative. So 25 divided by 100 into 400, that will be 100. So from the graph, I will on the cumulative frequency 100. From here, I will come to the graph, and below this, I will check what is the value of the x. That is Q1. So it is something like 23. It looks like the 23. So the Q3 value is 36. Q1 value is the 23. Q3 is called the upper quartile, and the Q1 is called the lower quartile. And the interquartile range is interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So it will be 36 minus 23, and that will be 13. 36 minus 23, and that will be 13. So this is how you will find the interquartile range from this graph, cumulative frequency graph. Cumulative frequency curve from here, this is how you find the interquartile range. That is question number 19. So let me check. Okay. Now we are done with this first portion, and the C part of this question is Another 400 plants were grown in the field B. The cumulative frequency distribution of the heights of these plants is shown in the table. So the plants less than or equals to 10, 35, less than or equals to 15, 75, less than or equals to 20, the height is less than or equals to 20, that's 130 plants, less than or equals to 25, 200 plants, less than or equals to 30, 280 plants, and less than or equals to 35, 330 plants, less than or equals to 40 plants, there's 370 plants, and less than or equals to 50 centimeters, there are 400 plants. On the same axis as for the field A, draw the cumulative frequency curve for the plants grown in the field B. By comparing the two curves, state with a reason which field produces the taller plants. So we have to decide which field is producing the taller plants. Okay. So okay. So here you can see that I have plotted those points, the points which were given for the field B. Here I have shown that I have plotted this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point. On the same graph paper, we have drawn these dots for the cumulative frequency curve for the field B. And here you can see that I have joined those curves. I have joined those points with the curve. And you can see we got this cumulative frequency curve for the field B. This is for the field A, this is for the field B. And then I will find the median. So the median for the field B is 25, and the median for the field A is 31. So you can see that the median for the field A is larger. So it means that there are taller plants in the field A. There are taller plants in the field A because its median is larger. So field A produces the taller plants because its median is higher. So this is question number 19 and it's D part. Hopefully you understand. So we are on the next question, and the next question is question number 20, and it says it's a speed time graph, and the speed is on the y-axis, and the time is on the x-axis. The time is in seconds, and the speed is in meter per second. It says the diagram shows the speed time graph of a car journey. Find the speed when the t is 20. When the t is 20. So what will be the speed? Approximately, we can tell what's the speed. It is 12, 13, something, 13, 14 meter per second. It's a guesswork. So let me show you how I've done this. Okay. So when the time is 20, here, the speed will be 13, maybe 14. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you where. So I have written 13 meter per second. This is the answer for the first one. Okay. In the B part, he says find the acceleration where the time is 20. So if you want to find out the acceleration, you see, I will take this point, which is 0, 0. I will take this point, which is 30, 20, and I will find the gradient of this graph. And the gradient of this graph will be equal to the acceleration. So the acceleration, because this line is uniform, it has uniform gradient. So the acceleration here, acceleration here, acceleration here is same. So I will take this point and this point. I will find the gradient by using them. So here you can see I've taken 0, 0, and I have taken 30, 20, and the acceleration will be equal to the gradient of this line. So y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So it will be 20 minus 0 divided by 30 minus 0. So it will be 2 by 3. So the acceleration will be 2 by 3 meter per second square. B part is, he says, find the distance traveled in the first 40 seconds and then he says in the first 60 seconds. Okay, so see first part. So I want to find out in the first 40 seconds. So the area under the graph in the first 40 seconds, that represents the distance travel. So this shape is basically a trapezium. So the formula for the trapezium is 1 by 2 into height into sum of parallel sides. So this parallel side is 40, this parallel side is 10, and the height is 20. So here the area 1 will be 1 by 2 into height into sum of parallel sides. So 1 by 2 into 10 into 40 plus 10. So 2 and 20 cancel. So 10 into 50, 500 meters. So in the first 40 seconds, the body has covered 500 meters. Okay. In the second portion, you see first 60 seconds, up to 60 seconds, the area under the graph, this is also a trapezium shape. So this parallel side is 60, this parallel side is 10, and the height is 20. So I will apply the formula of the trapezium. It is 1 by 2 into height into sum of parallel sides. So you will have 1 by 2 into 20 into 60 plus 10. So 2 and 20 will be cancelled. That will be 10, and 60 plus 10, that's 70. So 10 multiplied 70, that will be 700. So the distance covered in the 60 seconds will be 700 meters. So, okay. So now, let me show you the question. So we are done with the C part, and we are done with the question number 20 and its C part. Then in the, let me size. He says the part of the distance time graph for the same journey is shown in the answer space. Complete this graph. Okay, so up to 40, the distance traveled was 500. So I will put a dot here at 500. At 40, the dot will be 500. And when the time was 60, the distance covered was 700. That will be a dot here, and then I will join them. So let me show you. I've done this on a paper, on a graph paper. So let me show you here. Up till here, the graph is already drawn to 40. The distance covered will be 500, and till 60 seconds, the distance covered will be 700. So I put dots here, and then I join them. So this is how you do this. So that was question number 20 and its B part. And D part. Hopefully you understand. Okay. Question number 21 is showing up on your screen. Here you can see we have shown a point P, whose gradient is -4, 0. Here is Q point 1, 0. Here is R point, whose gradient is 9, 4. He says P, Q, R, S. P, Q, R, and S will be here somewhere. Is a parallelogram. P is -4, 0. Q is 1, 0, and R is 9, 4. Their question is find the coordinates of the S. It's very simple because the grid is already drawn. You know, in the parallelogram, the opposite sides are exactly same. So you see, because this P, Q, R, and S will be the parallelogram. So whatever is the P, Q, P, whatever is the Q, P, same will be the R, S. So Q to P, you are moving horizontally, and how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from R, move horizontally 5 steps to the left. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here will be the S, and its coordinates will be 4, 4. Let me show you. I've done this on a paper also. So you can see here I have drawn that, and because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from R, go 5 steps to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the S will be 4, 4. So this is your parallelogram. So this is how you find the coordinates of the point S. Next question. He says find the coordinates of the midpoint of the PR. So this is P, this is R. We know the coordinates of the P, they are -4, 0. The coordinates of R are 9, 4. And if you want to find out the midpoint of these 2 points, very easy. X2 plus X1 divided by 2, Y2 plus Y1 divided by 2 is the formula for finding the midpoint. So let me show you how this is done. Okay, so here we have the coordinates of S are 4, 4. The midpoint will be X2 plus X1 divided by 2 plus Y2 plus Y1 divided by 2. So I know the coordinates of P and R. So it will be 9 plus -4. So 9 minus 4 divided by 2. And it will be 4 minus 0 divided by 2. So it will be 5 divided by 2, 2. So the coordinates of the midpoint will be 5 by 2, 2. The C point is, he says, find the equation of the RS. They want you to find the value, the equation of the RS. RS is the horizontal line. Its gradient will be 0. The equation of the horizontal lines is y equals to constant. So here you will have y equals to 4. So the equation of the RS or SR will be y equals to 4 because it's a horizontal line. Okay. Then he says find the equation of the line QR. They want the equation of the line QR. Q and R. You know, the coordinates of the R point are 9, 4, and the Q point is 1, 0. And we want to find out the equation of this. So let me show you. The equation of the QR, the Q point is 1, 0, R point is 9, 4. First of all, I will find the slope of the QR, and the formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 4 minus 0 divided by 9 minus 1. So you will have 4 divided by 8, and that will be 1 by 2. So the gradient is 1 by 2. Now I will use this equation to find out the equation of the line y minus y1 equals to m bracket x minus x1. So I'm going to use this first point and this gradient. In the place of x1, y1, I will put this point, and m will be 1 by 2. So you will have y minus 0 equals to 1 by 2x into x minus 1. And this 2 will go to the other side. You will have 2y equals to x minus 1. So this 2 will come downstairs here under both of these. So you will have y is equals to x divided by 2 minus 1 by 2. So this is the equation of the QR. Then their question is calculate the area of the parallelogram QRS. So the QRS, you know, the area of the parallelogram is base multiply height. The base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The base is 5. And the height of the parallelogram is 4. So the area of the parallelogram is base into height. The base is 5 and the height of the parallelogram is how much? 4. So 5 into 4, and that will be 20. Let me show you. Area of the parallelogram will be base into height. That's 5 into 4, and that will be 20. So this was question number 21, and hopefully you understand this. Okay, so let's go to the next question. That was question number 21. Okay, so question number 22. The diagram below shows the point P and the triangle A, B, and C. The reflection M maps triangle A onto triangle P. Given that the triangle, the MP is equals to Q, write down the coordinates of the P. So let me show you from here. It says triangle A has mapped onto triangle B, so it's a reflection. And if you want to find out the line of reflection, you join these 2 points with each other and you draw their perpendicular. The same points, you join them and you draw their perpendicular bisector. So when you draw their perpendicular bisector, that will be a line like this. Okay, so that will be the line of reflection. Then he says find the reflection of the P, the image of the P The image is one diagonal above, so it will be one diagonal below. The image will be here. So that will be the Q, the coordinates of the Q. So let me show you. I have done this. So this is the line of reflection. I have not drawn it. It's one diagonal here. So this image will be one diagonal here. So the Q will be here. Its coordinates will be 6, 2. 6, 2. So the coordinates of the Q will be 6, 2 under that reflection. Okay. Now the question, he says, the next question is, he says the rotation R maps the triangle A onto triangle C. Find the coordinates of the center of rotation and the angle and direction of this rotation. So he says triangle A has been mapped onto triangle C by a rotation, and we want to find out the coordinates of the center of rotation and the angle of direction of this rotation. You see, the A has been mapped onto C by a rotation. If you want to find out the center, if you want to find out the center of the rotation, the process is very simple. You join the same points and you draw their perpendicular bisector. For example, you join this point with this point because they are corresponding, they are same, and then you draw their perpendicular bisector. Join this point with this point and draw the perpendicular bisector. Join this point with this point and draw the perpendicular bisector, where all these three perpendicular bisectors will intersect. That will be the center of rotation. That will be the center of rotation. Let me show you how this is done. Okay, so here we have, you see, I have taken this point and I have drawn its perpendicular bisector. You can see this. I hope you understand how the perpendicular bisector is drawn. Then I joined this point and this point. I've drawn its perpendicular bisector, this one. And then I joined this point with this point and I've drawn their perpendicular bisector, this one. These three perpendicular bisectors appears to be intersecting here. So this is your center of rotation. So the coordinates of the center of rotation are -2, 0. So then I will join the same points with the center of rotation. Once I know the center of rotation, then I will join, for example, this and these are the same points. So I join them with the center of rotation with these dotted lines. You can see I've joined them. Then I will check that how much is the angle between them. And with the help of the protractor, when you will measure this angle, you will find this angle is 90 degrees. So it means that A has rotated 90 degree anti-clockwise about -2, 0. So the center of rotation is -2, 0, and the angle of rotation is 90 degree anti-clockwise. So this is how this is done. You can see that here. The center of rotation is -2, 0 and 90 degree anti-clockwise rotation. Okay. Now let me show you. Next part. He says, given that the FTA equals to A, find the, C part first of all. And the matrix -2, 0, 0, -2 represents the transformation T. Given that TA equals to T, draw and label the triangle and D on the diagram. So we know the transformation matrix here, -2, 0, 0, -2. That's the transformation matrix. He says if you apply this transformation matrix on the triangle A, the image will be D. So the procedure is very simple. I will show you that procedure. First of all, take the coordinates of the figure A. So for example, this point, its coordinates are 0, 1. This point, it's 2, 1. And this point, it is 3, 3. So I will write them in the form of a matrix, and let me show you. Let me show you how this is done. So here you go. So this is the transformation matrix, and this is the coordinates of the point A. Above here are X and below here are Y. So this is transformation matrix. Here is the object 0, 1, 2, 1, 3, 3. So this is how you write the coordinates of the object when you multiply transformation matrix with the object, you will get the coordinates of the image. Remember this trick: transformation matrix multiply the object, you get the image. So here you see the transformation matrix is shown. Here the coordinates of the object A, triangle A, is shown. When you will multiply them, automatically you will get the coordinates of the image. For example, here you can see I multiplied them from the first column. I will take the rows, and here from here I will take the columns and I multiply them. So -2 multiplies 0, 0 plus 0 multiply 1, that will be 0. -2 multiply with the 2, that will be -4. 0 multiply 1, it will be 0. -2 multiply 3, that will be -6. 0 multiply 3, that will be 0. Now the second row's turn is to multiply. So 0 multiply 0 will be 0. -2 multiply 1 will be -2. 0 multiply 2 will be 0. -2 multiply 1 will be -2. 0 multiply 3 will be 0. -2 multiply 3 will be -6. So 0 plus 0 is 0. -4 plus 0 -4. -6 plus 0 is -6. 0 minus 2 is -2. 0 minus 2 is -2. 0 minus 6 is -6. So these are the coordinates of the image, and the name of the image is D, triangle D. Then I can plot this 0, -2, -4, -2, -6, -6. So let me show you. Here 0, -2, this point, and -4, -2, that this is the point, and -6, -6, this is the point. So join them with each other, so you can see this shaded triangle. That's the triangle D, and that is the question number 22, and it's C part, I think. So okay, so now we are done with this. So let me escape from here. That was the C. Okay, so this is how you can see the whole question. Now the D part. Now the D part. He says, given that FPA is equals to A. So find the matrix of the transformation F. Try to understand. It's a very technical thing and very easy one also, but it's very technical. You see, you give A this transformation, and when whatever the image is given, you do F with that, and you get back A. So it means F is the inverse of D. So its transformation matrix I can find like this, because it will be inverse of D. The transformation D is its transformation matrix is this. So just find its inverse. That's it. So let me show you. I've done this. Okay. So FTA, it means on the figure A, if you perform T, and whatever the image you get, you perform F. So the final image will be A. So it means F is inverse of T. So F should be inverse of T. So the T I know is -2, 0, 0, -2. So what is this determinant? You multiply these two, you get -4, you get +4 minus these two, multiply them, you have 4 minus 0, that will be 4. And joint of T, you change their place, you change their signs. So you get -2, 0, 0, -2. So T inverse will be 1 by T into a joint of T. So you will have 1 by 4 into -2, 0, 0, -2. So 1 by 4 multiplied with -2, it will be -1 by 2. 1 by 2, 4 multiplied with 0, 0. 1 by 4 multiplied 0 will be 0. 1 by 4 multiplied -2 will be -1 by 2. So this is the matrix F. -1 by 2, 0, 0, -1 by 2. So, okay, so this was the question number 22, and it's so that was the question number. Let's see the full question. The big question, question number 22, and try to solve it. Hopefully you understand question 22. It was a huge question. Okay, so now we are on the question number 23. He says the diagram below is a scale drawing representing 3 Coast Guard stations A, B, and C. In the drawing, 1 centimeter represents 20 kilometers. So basically, they are talking about this. Okay, so further, so I just want to show you that diagram. Okay. Okay. He says that express the scale in the form 1:n. So we can represent this ratio, map ratio actual. Map is 1 centimeter, actual is 20 kilometer. But you know, when you represent the two things in a ratio, their units must be same. So I can represent both of them in centimeters. So 1 centimeter will be 1 centimeter, but 20 kilometer will be 20 multiply 100,000, because in 1 kilometer there are 100,000 centimeters. So let me show you how I did this. Okay, so 1 centimeter, this is map, this is actual 1 centimeter ratio. 20 multiply 100,000, so it will be 20, 100, I think 22, 200,000. So this is the answer. Very simple. The simple idea is this, that when you represent them in the form of 1:n, and the map and the actual, they both should have the same unit. Either both of them should be in the centimeter, or both of them should be in the kilometers. Okay, the next question is, he says, find the distance between the Coast Guard station A and B. Okay, the technique is very simple. Let me show you. First of all, okay, let me show you the technique. So A and B is this length. With the help of the scale, I will measure this length, and that came to be 12 centimeter according to my scale. It is 12 centimeter, and you know, we know that 1 centimeter is 20 kilometers. So 12 centimeter represents how much? That's the basic question. So let me show you how I've done this. Okay. So map and actual 1 centimeter means 20 kilometers. So 12 centimeter, the AP length is 12 centimeter. When I measured it, the AP length was 12 centimeters. So how much will be the actual length? So 1 centimeter divided by 12 centimeter will be equals to 20 divided by x. So cross multiply it. So you will have x equals to 12 multiplied 20, and that will be 240 kilometers. So the distance between the A and B will be A and B. I think that the A and B will be 240 kilometers. So this is how you write the answer. So this is question number 23 and A part. Okay. So question number 23 and its next parts are coming up on the screen. He says it is known that a ship is equidistant from CA and CB. CA and CB. He's talking about two lines, equidistant from CA and CB. So the common point is C. So we have to draw a perpendicular bisector of this CA and CB. So we will draw the perpendicular bisector, the angle bisector of the ACB angle. Angle bisector of the ACB angle. So let me show you how this is done. Okay. So you see, I want to draw the angle bisector of the C. So what I will do, I will put my compass here. I will take C as the center. I will put the pin of the compass on the C, and I will draw an arc on this arm of that angle. And I will also put an arc on this arm of that angle. Then I will put the pin here, and I will draw an arc here. You can see this arc. Then I put the arc and the pin here of the compass, and I will draw this arc. Where these two intersect each other, I will join this point with the vertex C. You can see this blue line, and that is the angle bisector of the ACB. Okay. So then he says, let me show you the question first. Then he says nearer to C than A. It says nearer to C than A. And this means draw the perpendicular bisector of the AC line and remain close to C. Okay, so we have to draw the perpendicular bisector of the AC line. Let me show you. The perpendicular bisector of the AC line on A, put the compass needle. Let me. On the A, put the compass needle, draw an arc here and draw an arc here. Then put the compass needle on C, draw an arc here and draw an arc here. So you can see where these two arcs are intersecting, join this and this point with each other. So you can see I have drawn this line. This is the perpendicular bisector of the AC. So if you remain on that side, you will be nearer to C. If you remain on this side, you will be nearer to A. If you move on this line, you will be equidistant from A and C. Okay, so the next locus is he says less than 200 kilometer. Less than 200 kilometer from P, because 220 kilometer represents 1 centimeter. So 200 kilometer will be 10 centimeter. So less than 20 kilometer from P means that circle of 10 centimeter at P. A circle of 10 centimeter at P. Let me show you. Here you see, I put the compass needle here, open the compass 10 centimeter, and I have drawn this circle. I have drawn this circle. Okay. Let me show. This is that circle. Okay. Then he says, by constructing 3 loci corresponding to 1, 2, and 3, find the possible positions of the ship and label the extreme positions S and P. So equidistant from CA and CB, nearer to C than A, and less than 200 kilometer from B. So that, okay. Nearer to C than A, so you have to remain on this side at least. Less than 200 kilometer, you have to remain inside the circle and on this angle bisector. Okay. So the two extreme positions will be this one and this one. Okay, so you can see I have named it S and S, P, S and P. So okay, so my dear students, we are done with today's paper, and so my dear students, we are done with this paper. Today we have done October-November 2005 paper 1. The subject we are studying is DMaths 4024. And I hope that I have tried my best to explain these concepts. If you have a hard copy of this paper, solve this paper. When you will actually do this paper yourself, then you will master this concept. So if you find this video helpful for you, you can share the link of this video onto your Facebook account and into your Instagram or on your Twitter accounts, because this will help me to promote my channel, and that will be a great appreciation for me, for my work. So I hope that I will be some help to you. So thank you very much, everybody. It's a great blessing to teach you all. It's a pleasure for me to teach you all online. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day, and God bless you all.